Signor Briscoe,
Yes?
how is Elizabeth after her ordeal?
She's doing remarkably well. She's already talking about redecorating the whole house.
She's not staying there while you're away, sure?
No, I've arranged for her to stay with friends until I return.
They must be very good friends. Do you have any other information about Tanner? Anything you didn't mention before?
I'm not aware of missing.
I took this sketch map from Arno when I caught him. He took it from...
How astonishing! Fancy me forgetting something like this. Now I've seen it again. I remember finding it years ago. I must have put it in my desk and simply forgotten about it. Do you know where the island is?
Not yet, but once I consult the charts, it will be easy. I wonder what would happen if I orientated to match up the known landmarks. That's it! Look! Tanner Island is just there!
Well done, Morgane.
Can we set sail for there immediately?
Of course.
Then I shall rest in my cabin until we arrive. The excitement of today has exhausted me.
I'm not that type. Papa,
Yes, Morgane.
Father, will you please come with me to the old house?
Will you stop asking me about it? I can't believe you won't do as I ask. If you weren't my daughter,
Sorry, Papa. Papa, you must come with me to the old house. It's Mama.
Now you're taunting me. Do you not care about your father's...
Of course! That's exactly why it's important for you to come. You handled that well, Morgane. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Let's sail away. We shall sail to Tanner Island immediately.
Excuse me, Captain Morgane. I shall join you in your trip ashore.
You think that's wise?
An island named after Bucklebury Tanner? I'll not miss this for anything.
We need to find our way to the cliff top first. There's something in here. I wonder how long that anchor has been here. It feels like it's glued to the rock. It must be the rust. I can pull it free. Senor Briscoe, can you help me reach this plank? Thank you, senor.
My pleasure. I just hope a soggy piece of wood was worth it.
They can't be removed from the cliff. They're attached too securely. Where do you want to go? Diego?
Yes?
There's an anchor I need your help with.
This is why you shouldn't be captain. You need some muscle.
A captain needs brains. A good, valuable crew is all the muscle that's needed.
Very well. I'll help you.
Ow!
Oh no, I hope you... Wow, that's... It's pretty heavy, but I should be able to fire the grappling hook further than I can throw. A perfect shot! It worked first time. Senor Brisk,
Yes?
could you imagine yourself living in a place like this?
Possibly. I've spent most of my life in the stress of business, so I could definitely enjoy some peace and relaxation. But Elizabeth could never live in such an isolated...
Without her friends to play cards with, she'd have to take up solitaire.
Excuse me?
I didn't say anything. Excuse me, hello? Hello, I'm Morgane Castillo, and this is Thomas Briscoe.
Great. It's good of you to drop by. I hope you don't mind if I don't get up.
We're sorry to disturb you.
It's okay. My meditation can wait until later.
Do you always snore when you meditate?
Ah, that wasn't snoring. It was my meditation chant.
Can you tell me who you are?
I'm Buck, of course.
Do you have a last name?
Nah, I'm just called Buck.
Have you lived here long?
I've been here all my life. It's so peaceful I never wanted to leave.
Do you know a man called Buckleberry Tanner?
Sure do. That was my dad. He was a great man and madly in love with my mother.
Did he name the island after himself?
Yep. Mother thought it was funny and teased him about it.
Is your mother still alive?
No, she died when I was young. Dad stayed here until I was old enough to look after myself.
Do you know anything about the golden turtle?
Of course I do.
It's true then that your father discovered its whereabouts.
Sure did. He was a great explorer.
Would you say it's difficult to find?
Yes? When do you want me to say it?
What?
When should I say it's difficult to find?
Oh, everyone's a comedian. I don't suppose you know Uncle Eduardo.
Yes. How is he? I haven't seen him since Dad was last here. They used to travel everywhere together.
Really?
Oh yeah. They were almost inseparable.
We found a map that pointed to this island. We think it's connected to the Golden Turtle.
I don't see how.
Perhaps your father left something here on the island.
He never left anything here. Well, apart from the monument to my mother.
Could we see it?
If you can get over there, it's on one of the other island columns.
I'll take it with me. I don't think so. If that plant bit me, no. There's no oil in it. What has this had in it?
I used to use it for, well, you know.
Ugh! I'm not touching. I shouldn't touch it until I know what it does. It could be something lethal. Buck,
What can I do for you?
what's that strange device you have?
That's where I press my nuts.
Pardon?
I use it to extract oil from nuts.
It's a nut press. I can't use it until I load it with nuts. Don't you use your fire?
I burned my last match years ago and haven't been able to relight it.
I bet you're sick of eating raw fish.
I think that's why my bucket rotted.
What's this?
It used to be the handle of the bucket, but I straightened it when the bucket rotted. I use it to scratch my feet while I'm lying in my hammock.
Laziness is the mother of invention.
You can borrow it if you like.
Thanks. That's fixed the gap in the bridge. That was harder work than it should have been. I hope Buck appreciates that I fixed his bridge.
I'm going to wait here.
I hope it isn't flea-ridden. I'll take it with me. Now I can create sparks by rubbing the... I hope this doesn't ruin my magnificent new sword. The brushwood looks very dry. I can't lower the drawbridge. The mechanism isn't working. I'd like to look down, but my stomach doesn't agree. I hope the sound scares them away. Haha! They left their fish behind. I'll take that. Buck,
What can I do for you?
It's a nut press. It isn't working. There's a cogwheel missing. Buck,
What can I do for you?
there's a cogwheel missing from the drawbridge mechanism.
Yes, I've got it around here somewhere. But I can't search for it now. I'm in the middle of my meditation.
Meditation of the snoring kind.
That's just your unskilled perception speaking.
Mama taught me the dangers of picking on notes. Senor Briscoe,
Yes?
could you imagine your...
Possibly. But,
Without...
excuse me?
I didn't say... I need something to collect the oil in. I'm pleased I only need a little. To fill the lamp would take all day. There's too much wind on the platform to use matches. I'll have to find some other way to light the fire. Buck,
What can I do? Wow, you lit the fire!
I'm sure you could have done so if you tried.
I'd do anything for a cooked meal.
That will stop me burning my fingers. That didn't take long to cook. Here, would you like some cooked fish?
You bet. You want this cogwheel too?
Wake up, Diego. That didn't work. Captain's on... Pity I don't have more time. I can't capture it with my bare hands. It could bite me. I need to trap it somehow. Diego, wake up, please. Buck?
What can I do for you?
What happened?
You took a little nap.
So why is my head bleeding?
Now, that's just weird. Diego?
Oh, I took a real whack to the back of my head. But I'll soon be fine.
Where do you want to go? Diego?
Yes?
Are you feeling well, Diego?
Of course I am. But it's the first time I've ever been knocked out.
Anyone else would have split their skull in two.
Oh, I took a real whack to the back of my head. But I'll soon be fine.
I think I found that sleepy fly you told me about. Do you know how to lure it?
I think those flies are attracted to blood.
Ah, could you let me have that bandage you're using?
Well, I suppose. My head has stopped bleeding anyway.
I hope the blood on the bandage will attract... Where do you want to go? Aha! No bites for Morgane, Senior Fly. Something's happening. I think the mechanism has jammed. How wonderful. And very mysterious. There's about enough for one or two mouths, or in Diego's case, one little sip. There's a glass panel in the plinth. I don't want to break it. Just remove it. It fits perfectly, but I can't remove the glass with my bare hand. It's magnificent. Signor Briscoe?
Hello, Morgane. We wondered what you were up to.
I knew this place existed, but I've never been able to find my way inside.
I was lucky. I had the key.
There was a key?
The broken stone disc.
Ah, I hope you discovered something useful. Did you?
I found this in here.
My goodness, what an absolutely splendid artifact. The turtle would suggest that there's a link to our quest.
My thought exactly.
I just wish Elizabeth was here to see it.
I hope you don't mind. I reopened Carmen's burial.
On the contrary, I've always wondered what was behind that stone pillar. I never expected anything so imposing. Even after all these years, Father still manages to amaze me.
Buckleberry really was something out of the ordinary. Buck, is something wrong?
Seeing this rod has just triggered the memory of the day Dad left the island. He told me about this rod and said that if anyone found it, I was to give them some information.
Does it have something to do with the golden turtle?
Perhaps. He said you should go to Atabay Island and talk to a good friend of his.
What's the friend's name? More to the point, where on earth is Atabay Island?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't remember the friend's name, and I've never been away from this island.
It would seem we've come up against a dead end. We don't know the name or location of Tanner's friend.
Let's head back to the ship. Perhaps we'll find some inspiration there. I should go to my cabin and hope inspiration strikes me. What am I going to do? If I can't find out where Atabay Island is, I'll have failed to complete the quest. Father will think of me as an unworthy captain. Mama? I can't hear you, Mama. I must return to Bounty Island and resolve this once and for all. We must sail for Bounty Island immediately.
What, now?
I've just been given a sign. We must go back to our old house right now to resolve Father's issues before anything else. I'm supposed to wait for a sign before sailing to Bounty Island. Once there, I'll use the fly to put Papa to sleep. Where do you want to... Let's sail away. I hope Papa forgives me. Diego?
Yes?
Thank goodness he's sleeping. For a moment I thought he wasn't breathing.
Watch that fly! It'd be stupid if we all fell asleep. We should kill it.
It took its own life rather than die at your hands.
Must be my reputation.
Diego, can you carry Papa to our old house?
The captain is in a deep sleep. If this doesn't work, we'll probably be keel-hauled. This place brings back memories of the good times we had here when you were young. The captain, Benita, you playing on the floor.
Diego, I didn't realize you felt that way.
Oh, I better get back to the ship.
That woke you up?
What? Where am I? You went against my specific instructions. I told you I never wanted to come here. How dare you do something like this to me?
Just a minute. You wanted me to be the acting captain.
What does that have to do with anything?
Sometimes being captain means taking charge of a situation and making unpopular decisions.
You? Oh, Morgane.
Alessandro.
Bonita. Am I dreaming? Is this evil magic?
My husband, you must let me go. I cannot rest until I'm certain you finish grieving for me.
I miss you so much. I love you.
Love me enough to let me go. The long wait is eating away at my spirit. There is a real danger I'll be trapped forever between the realms if we cannot resolve this.
What must I do?
Accept that I've gone and move on with your life. We have a beautiful daughter we can both be proud of.
But I'll always love you.
And I you? Our love will last for all eternity, but you must still let me go.
I've been a fool for being so negative and holding you here. In future, I will celebrate your life and not dwell on what might have been. Thank you, Morgane. You are a wonderful daughter. And a magnificent woman.
Thank you, Father. I'll give you some time alone here and meet you back at the ship.
How will we ever continue with our quest? We don't know where we're to go next.
I'll think of something.
The island could be anywhere. The friend could be dead after all these years.
What's going on here? It's a wonderful day and you are sitting around like you've lost everything.
The quest has ground to a halt.
How can that be when I have the best crew in the world? We must work on the problem.
How will that help? All we know is that our next clue points to Atabey Island, but we don't know where it is.
Sometimes all you need to do is ask. Atabey Island is the true name, the name the locals use for Hollow Island.
What? We'll set sail for there immediately.
See, a perfect team. What more could a captain ask for?
Do you really have any hope of finding this friend of Tanner?
There's always hope. My father is a clear example of that.
But it's been many years. The friend could be dead after all this time.
The trail has led us directly to this island. We should be encouraged by that.
Perhaps you're right, but part of me believes we should be searching for Elizabeth's jewelry.
We will. You can be certain of that. It's just a matter of time before we run into Hillary Simpkins. Why don't you wait with this ship while I follow up our leads?
We have leads?
There are people on the island who knew Tanner. They may know something.